Another Formation Data beta test demo. Today we're going to be taking a look at our Formation Companies module and how we can use the basic filter to locate companies and the advanced report to help sort and filter a lot of the information that's filed at Companies House. For example, we could target property companies. So we could type in real estate, or we could type in the SIC code if we know the exact SIC code that we want to target, and search. And as you can see, there are 157 property companies launched within the last 24 hours. We can enter in a custom date range, or we can use one of our quick date filters. So let's take a look at a full month. We'll see how many property companies launched in the UK last month. Wow, okay, so we have 3,688 property companies launched last month. We can narrow that down to a location as well. And that's filtered it down to 14 property companies launched in Northampton last month. Now, I prefer to view the results in list view purely because if we've created some lists to sort them into, we can add multiple records to lists. If we've, say, contacted them on LinkedIn, we could create a list called Contacted on LinkedIn. So let's open up one of the results here and see what information we get. Well, as this is a very, very newly launched limited company, everything's in order, so its accounts are in good order, confirmation statement isn't overdue, there's no mortgages, and all we really have at Companies House is the incorporation document. But we do have directors' information down here. We have an address and we have a name. Now, what our social media icons do is take the name and the town and cross-reference that against the LinkedIn database using some search filters. So if we click the LinkedIn button here, you can see it's found the director of this company. Now we can connect in, we can send a personalized connection with a note, or we can send a message. This is really, really useful if you have a product or service that is suited for newly launched companies. What we can also do is use our advanced reports. So sticking with property companies, let's look nationally again. But this time we're going to look at a custom date range. So maybe we want to go back to 2022. And we will search the first 10 days, for example, of 2022. Now, the reason why I'm using quite a short date period is because currently our advanced reports is limited to 1,000 search results at a time. We are working hard to increase this, but this is a very, very new advanced report. So we're going to get as close to 1,000 as we can. Okay, so we've got 700 records there. Maybe let's extend our date range slightly. Okay, so now we have 934. That's pretty close to 1,000. So now what our advanced search is going to do is go and read anything that's filed at Companies House, as well as filing dates if anything's overdue. So the first thing we'll do is turn on advanced reports, and we're going to give our report a name. So we're going to call this Demo Report Jan 2022 Property. And we're going to click Generate Report. Now this will take between 5 and 30 minutes to generate. Purely because our AI system has got a lot of information to read on these 1,000 odd companies. So we'll come back as soon as the report's done, again between 5 and 30 minutes, and we'll see what we can find. As you can see, our report is now complete. Demo report Jan 2022-property. We can see the filtered dates on the right hand side here. So it was the 1st of January 2022 to the 12th of January 2022, and the location was nationwide. if we come into the saved report here, you'll see that we have 934 companies that we crunched through, and we have some filters up here as well. These are just the first set of filters that we've launched with this version 1. We're working on some more advanced reports that will be able to actually go and read these companies' accounts, and you'd be able to search for things like show me companies with fixed assets more than £500,000, for example. But these are the filters we have to play with today. So maybe you offer an accountancy service and you're looking for companies with a filing issue. So let's say show me companies with an overdue confirmation statement. As you can see, there are 88. Maybe you want to look at companies also with overdue accounts. As you can see, there are 15. Maybe you also want to combine that and say show me companies with at least one mortgage. So if we remove this confirmation statement filter here, we can see that we've actually got 8 companies with overdue accounts and at least one mortgage. So if we click on this first company here, and in fact they've got 2 mortgages and none satisfied, so 2 outstanding mortgages. And if we clicked on our LinkedIn lookup tool here, if you was an accountant offering accountancy services, this would be definitely a chap you'd want to get in contact with, letting him know that he has a problem and that you can fix it for him. This would be the same with overdue confirmation statements. So there are 15 companies here with that some have actually filed their accounts, but they have overdue confirmation statements. 15 of them, in fact. So they've all got at least one mortgage and overdue confirmation statements. So again, from an accountancy point of view, they would certainly be worth contacting. If you say was a mortgage broker and you wanted to contact property companies that utilise mortgages, maybe they're not cash buyers, they use a mortgage service, you've got now 343 companies that utilise mortgage services for purchasing properties from this result. So again, very, very worthwhile contacting these companies. So we could open up multiples here actually. And very quickly you'll be able to identify it. So these are multiple buyers, so there's 2 mortgages there, 2 mortgages there, but 2 satisfied, so they certainly are utilising mortgages. They're all good data points to filter, to build up a potential prospecting list for a product, service, or that you can offer, or identify filing problems, for example if you're an accountant, that you can fix. But that's how our advanced reports work.